for today's practice. I thought I called it Hatha flow. The intent here is to not do so many darn downward dogs, down dog, up dog all the time, but rather transitioning from one pose to the next, to just going like that. That's just because I get sick and tired of downward dogs sometimes. So to begin our practice, let's start from a seated position. So find a nice comfortable seat for you. Sitting up nice and tall, nice and relaxed as well as tall, and with your eyes either looking slightly down or closed, whatever works for you. And, oh, Megan says it might just be me, but I'm not getting any audio. Huh. Okay, let me just see. Audio is good for Margaret. Okay, so we're all good. Must be on mute or something there, Megan. All good. Okay, excellent. Starting again. Let's all just sit up nice and tall. Find that relaxed disposition. Feel into your breathing. Getting into the rise and fall. Relax your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Just noticing how you've arrived on your mat today. And let's take a shared breath together from here. Exhale into your lungs. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale to sigh, a nice long sigh. And welcome once again to your Hatha flow practice today. Great to see you here. As you open out your eyes, inhale your hands up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down in front of you. Tuck your toes, and then just walk yourself to the top of your mat, dangling at the head of your mat with your head draped down, your knees bent. Just give yourself a little shiggle, a little shake. And then as you inhale, do a half lift, straighten your legs, your torso, your arms. Exhale, fold again. One more like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then with your knees bent, inhale to stand, rise all the way up, hands up overhead. And exhale, just bring your hands down through the front of your body. Whatever you like, do that again. A couple breaths, inhale. Exhale. And one more, nice big inhale. And a long exhale. And let's move into the usual set of movements through the spine. Inhale, hands up. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms up towards the ceiling. This may be a little bit funky for your shoulders, but we're trying to open things up. You're pressing through your wrists. Your feet are together. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale to the right. And notice that you're using your right hand to press through your left wrist. Inhale up. Exhale, go left. Notice the relationship of your biceps and ears is not changing as you move. Inhale up. Exhale over. Both shoulders are staying in the same plane. Again, inhale up. Exhale left. Draw your belly in. And one more time. Inhale up. Exhale right. And inhale up. And exhale left. Waking up the energy in your arms and your spine. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down by your sides. Roll out your shoulders just a few times, backwards and forwards, just to release any tension there. And then inhale your hands up. Wide, bend your elbows, cactus arms, forwards and backwards bending. Again, you squeeze your legs together firmly. Inhale, lift your chest, draw your elbows back, look up. Your bum might squeeze a bit too here. And then exhale, round forwards, tuck your chin, elbows towards your core. knees a lot. Inhale, open out into a nice back bend. The front side of your body is stretching. And here, exhale, rounding, trying to round and stretch the back side of your spine. Again, inhale, open it up. Exhale, round it in. Nice. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, hands down by your sides. Just take a couple of twists. Inhale your hands overhead. Again, we're going to interlace your fingers. Maybe put them interlaced the other way than you did before. Press your palms up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, turn to your right. Pause here. Press your feet down. Lift your hands up nice and high. Take another inhale. And staying twisted, exhale into a back bend. So you're looking up to the ceiling. Oh yeah, it feels good. Inhale, back to the twist. Exhale to center. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist left. Stay twisted to the left. So find your foundation, find your height. Then inhale to extend up and back. Oh yeah. Bit of a back bend there. And then inhale out of it. Exhale to the center to release your hands back down. Nice. Here, interlace your fingers behind your back. We're going to get into our legs a little bit more. Squeeze your palms together. Take your shoulders sort of up first, then away from you, then down your back. You're trying to squeeze your scapulae together. You're trying to squeeze your palms together. Take your hands away from your bum. Here we'll inhale to puff your chest to look up. Exhale, keep your legs straight, forward fold, looking towards the floor. And then on this inhale, sit into the chair, bring your arms forwards. And on this exhale, stand up. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, puff your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit into the chair. Sit deeply. Exhale, stand up, hands down. Interlace your fingers again. Inhale, puff your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, sit into the chair. Exhale, rise back up. Nicely done. Still having your feet nicely together. Inhale your arms up and exhale, sit into the chair again. Oh, goodness. How to work that low body, trying to bring awareness and energy into your whole form. We'll take your right hand outside your left knee. And here, we're trying to keep the knees and the hips in the same plane the whole time. We're not trying to rotate our bum as we're twisting. So knees are square, hips are square, right hand's holding everything together, left hand up to the ceiling. Look up. Feel that stretch as you look up. Nice big inhale. And then exhale, left hand outside your right knee. Scrap your knees, scrap your hips. Inhale your right hand to the ceiling, look up. And then do a couple side to side. First inhale, exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right hand up. Working, here we are. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right hand up. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, bum to heels. Your heels lift. Two more like that. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bum to heels. I can hear the snap, crackle, pop already. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bum to heels. And here, I'll take just your right leg back along, step right toes tucked, and drop your right knee down to the mat. So kneeling lunge with your back toes tucked. Adjust your pants as you need to. Inhale, both hands up overhead to a kneeling lunge, arms overhead, left hip driving back, right hip moving forwards. Big inhale. As you exhale, pretty much like we just did here, right hand outside left knee, left hand to your low back. Take a few breaths here. Keep your hips square. Keep your back supported, your belly drawn in. Look over your left shoulder. Yum. And then from here, inhale both arms back up overhead. And as you exhale, lean forwards, lift up your right knee for your hands. We're coming into a standing lunge until inhale, hands all the way up. And here we are in the standing lunge. Feel your right big toe mound pressing in and your heel nice and strongly lifted. So get a nice sense of support for your back foot. Take a big inhale. And again, exhale, turn to just the left. Right hand down, left hand to your low back. Chest proud. Twist. Good stuff. And inhale, arms up overhead. And here, exhale, bring your hands to the mat as best you can. Your knees could be bent quite a bit. Back heel still lifted. Begin straightening your left leg. Feeling a stretch to the back of that left leg. Use the muscles of above your kneecap to create a safe stretch. Maybe a little bit of movement if that feels good. And then gaze forwards, bend your front knee again. Step your right foot to the head of your mat. And then exhale, bum to heels. Oh, there's that move again. 2 more of those. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bum to heels. And one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bum to heels, and take your left leg back. Long step, left toes tucked, left knee down. Find your foundation. Adjust your pants. Inhale, both hands up. Am I allowed to have fun? Yes, I am. So, and so are you. Hope you're having fun. Find that sense of engagement of your outer hips moving to the inner hips. Front hip back, left hip forwards. Nice. Big inhale. Exhale, twist just to the right. Stay tall. Draw your belly in. Left hand outside right knee. Right hand to low back. Look over your right shoulder. Keep your hips square. Oh yeah. And then inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, lean forwards, lift up your left knee now. And inhale into a standing lunge. So the lunge shape, front knee bent, back leg straight-ish, hips square and strong, arms overhead. Nice big inhale. Again, exhale, twist to the right. Left hand comes outside your right leg, knee somewhere, torso tall. You really straighten your back leg a little bit more perhaps. Wiggle, shake if you gotta, it's okay. And then inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to the mat. Straighten your front leg as much as you can, keeping that front foot flat. You could maybe lift your right toes from the mat. We didn't do that on the other side, just to see the different effects of your foot placement. Nice. And then rock the weight back, bend your front knee, step forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, just wash down the front of your body. And take one more breath like that. Nice big inhale. And a long exhale. Nicely done. From again the head of your mat. And like I'm skipping the downward dog. I told you I was going to do that. Turn your feet together. Turn your right foot out. Not too much. Like we're setting up for warrior one. Bend your knees. And then just draw that right foot that's turned out back so you can put it flat on the mat behind you. So there's the warrior one shape. Back leg straight, front leg bent. Turn your torso, inhale your hands overhead. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms up to the ceiling and sink into this. So you're going to press your right foot into the mat. Really engage your whole right leg as you bring your right hip slightly forwards. Left hip slightly back. Inhale up and then exhale. A little bit of a back bend. Big inhale again. And exhale, swoop your arms forwards. Monkey offers fruit. Palms face up. Baby finger, elbows touch. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale here, we'll straighten your front leg. Back bend. Exhale, swoop forward. Front leg bends. Palms face up. Elbows touch. 1 more time. Inhale up. Back bend. Straighten front leg. Exhale, swoop, linger, hang out here. Feel an opening through your upper back. Cool. And then again, inhale up. Notice both feet still flat on the floor. We're going to try another variation on the pyramid pose. You've already done it. Lift your chest. Exhale, fold forwards. Bring your hands maybe to your leg, your foot, the ground. Keep trying to plug your left big toe mound into the mat as you stretch the back of that left leg. Yeah. And now to get to the head of your mat, you got to bend your front knee, pivot your back heel, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, wash it down, and we'll do the other side. So again, hands on your hips, maybe to start, feet right together. Left foot turns out a little bit, bend your knees quite a bit. Step back with your left foot, keeping it turned out. Warrior one stance. Left leg straight, right leg bent. Shoulders square. Inhale your arms up. Interlace your fingers the other way. Press your palms up. And we didn't do this the other side, but straighten your front leg momentarily. Inhale to a back bend. And then as you exhale, let your elbows bend, your knee bend, and swoop forwards. And then back to where we started. Inhale, straightening the front leg, arms up overhead into the back bend. And then exhale as you bend your knees and your elbows, swoop forwards, press into your left foot. One more time, inhale up, legs straightening, arms straightening. And exhale, swoop forwards. Oh yeah, that feels good in my left calf. Oh yeah. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Keep your front leg straight. Take pyramid pose. So dive forwards without rounding your upper back too much. You're just looking forwards, getting your hands to wherever they're going to go. Trying to root that right big toe mound down so it's an internal rotation of your right leg as you press the foot into the mat. Nice, strong pressure. And then from here, how do you get to the head of the mat? You bend your front knee, you pivot your back heel, step forwards, inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, down. Warrior two sequence. You guys know this stuff, don't you? So head of your mat again, feet together, turn your right foot out about 80 degrees. Just about a 90-degree ankle, but not quite 90 degrees. You can bend your knees, step that right foot back. Now your hips are splayed open. And you bring your arms up, your shoulders are open, your torso facing me, I guess. I don't know, what are you looking at there? And again, back leg straight, front hip nicely integrated. Gaze out over your front hand. Get your head on straight. Goodness knows we need our heads on straight as things open back up and we get back out into the world. Get your head on straight. Nice. All right, dance the warrior 3 times. Inhale, straightening your front leg, your hands rise up. Exhale, you bend your knee, extend your hands. Inhale, straightening and lifting. Exhale, bending and extending. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, down and out. Exalted warrior. Inhale, up into exalted warrior. Front knee stays bent. Extension through the left side of your torso. Taking whatever variation suits you today. No official rule book here. Just what feels good. What feels good to you? Do that. Nice big inhale. Exhale, windmill your arms, lean on your left knee. Take your right arm way up overhead or take some variation thereof. Extending from your right foot to your right hand in this variation here. Nice. And now look down to the mat. Bring your right hand all the way down to the mat. You may
want to rotate onto the ball of your right foot, maybe not. And then take your left hand up to the ceiling and at the same time, straighten your left leg, revolve triangle. Oh yeah, I got some funkiness in my left shoulder today. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm trying to find an opening there. Both legs straight, revolve triangle. Nice big inhale, and then exhale, hands down, front knee bends. Turn onto the ball of your right foot, step to the front of your mat, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold, inhale, rise, exhale, wash it down. Other side, so feet together at the head of your mat, turn your left foot out a fair bit. Did we already do that? We already did that, didn't we? Didn't we? No, we didn't. Step back with your left foot, finding warrior two on the other side. Nobody here to say, hey guy, that's wrong. You're there, but I can't hear you or see you because the camera is like this small and about 10 feet away from my bifocal. So I hope it's okay. Gaze out over your second finger. Get your head on straight, straighter than mine. Having fun in the yoga practice. We need a little bit of levity in our lives. It's pretty weird right now. Beautiful. And now dance it out a few times. Inhale, straighten the front leg, hands up. Exhale, down and out. Inhale, straighten and rise. Exhale, bend and extend. And one more time, inhale, up. And exhale, down and out. Going into exalted warrior, inhale that right arm up this time. Left hand behind somewhere. Feeling that extension through the right side of the torso. Taking whatever variation you like to take. Would it feel good? Would it feel safe? Would it feel appropriate? Is your body yearning for it? Nice big inhale. Exhale. Lean on your right knee. Left hand overhead. Maybe you take your arm there, whichever way you like. Feel that sense of extension, left foot to left hand, at least in this variation. Stretch and stretch and stretch. And then gaze down to the upper left corner of your mat. Bring your left hand down somewhere. And then take the right hand up as you straighten your right leg, revolved triangle. You're trying to create a straight line from your bottom hand through your shoulder girdle to your top hand. Nice straight line. Outer right hip, feeling a sense of elongation. Nice big inhale, and exhale, unwind. Back, front knee bends, back heel pivots, step to the front of your mat, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, down it comes. Take a step or two towards the back of your mat, where we're going to do a couple of balancing poses from back here. Gotta find our balance. Like I said, things are getting weird out there. We need to stay grounded, rooted. Find our balance. Warrior 3, also toppling tree, feet together, inhale your hands overhead. Palms just face one another. Step forwards with your right foot. Tip forwards till you've got a bit of balance in your left or right leg. And then continue tipping from your hips. Option to keep your hands forwards, or option I like is hands out to the side, palms face down. Your torso and leg are roughly parallel to one another. So you may be tipped forwards a lot or a little, but your leg is in the same relationship as your spine. Breathe. Fire up the balancing muscles of your right leg. Keep it nice and strong. And then to exit gracefully to the back of the mat. Inhale, left foot lands, right foot joins. Exhale, down. Again, other side. Inhale your hands up, palms face one another. Step forwards with your left foot, and then tip forwards from your hips. Flare your hands if you want to go that direction. Point your back toes, leg and torso roughly in the same plane. There's not like a big kink there, just a nice long straight line. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then inhale, step to the back, feet together. Exhale, hands down. Hands on your hips, root into your left foot, bring your right leg up high, hold onto your right knee, flex your right toes back towards you, open your hip out to the side, and then extend your left hand out. You can't see my left hand. Extend your left hand out, first finger, thumb touch, palm face up. If you like to challenge yourself to really test how grounded you are, gaze towards your left hand. Maybe you wobble. That's okay. It's not a contest. It's just a practice. Gaze forwards, hand to hip, knee forwards, foot down, it'll shake. And then same thing on the other side. Balance on your right leg, left leg up. Lift up nice and high with the left hand. Left hand takes your knee out to the side, left toes flexed back towards you. Right hand, thumb first finger touch. Extend that right hand. You can stay right here if you like, or if it feels like you're relatively balanced. I'm not so balanced on this side, but that's okay. You can gaze out towards your right hand, allowing your nervous system to negotiate balance for you. Trusting your body. Gaze forwards, hand to hip, knee forwards, foot down. Shake it off. And one more balancing pose. Similar pose, tree pose. Bring your right knee up, right knee out to the side. Place your foot on your inner thigh. And then hands can come to your heart, and or they can lift up and just balance here. Your gaze, again, we're not trying to, where the eyes go, the energy flows, right? So we're trying to be buoyant, we're trying to stay lifted. So challenge yourself by gazing upwards and feeling energy rising upwards. Nice. Tree pose. Big inhale, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, knee forwards, exhale, foot down. Same thing, other side. Left knee up, left knee out to the side. Place your foot against your inner thigh. Press, 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 press. And then hands to your heart. A little bit more challenging if your pants are slippery. These ones are a little bit slippery, so the foot's like really got to press in there to stay where it is. Bring your hands up. Separate your hands. Integrate your shoulders. And again, you want to feel this energy rising up and out like a tree, like the leaves of the tree expressing themselves up to the heavens, gathering all the light. Here we are, balancing. Beautiful. Nice big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, knee forwards. Exhale, let her go. And then take your feet off of your mat. I've got two mats, so I'm still on my mat, but you're not. So there. Find a nice wide stance, toes turned a little bit inward, and simply keeping your legs straight. Lead with your chest, fold forwards, bring your hands down to the ground, wide leg forward, fold. Nice. Take your legs as wide as you like. Just dangle there for a few breaths as you give your head a little shake, a little shiggle. And I will carry this into another twist today. We're going to walk our hands towards our right foot. And take your left hand and hold on to your right leg somewhere. That's it. And maybe just take the right hand up to your right hip. And you draw your torso towards your right leg.
using the bending action of your elbow to draw you in there. Oh yeah. Fire up the muscles of that upper right thigh. Get nice and strong. And then slowly back to center. You can pause there. And then when you're ready, we go to the other side. Walk your hands to the left. Use your right hand to hold your left leg somewhere. Put your left hand on your hip. And then descend into the twist towards your left leg. And fire up the muscles of your left thigh, the front of the left leg, as you do this twist. Good. And then slowly again, come on out. And from here, keep your legs wide. One downward dog. This is the downward dog right here. Wide leg downward dog. Hands forwards. Let your torso descend in between your arms. Press your torso towards your upper thighs. Feel that stretch through the back of your legs. Bum up nice and high. Oh yeah. And then wave yourself forwards. Step into plank pose with your feet together. And from plank pose, drop your knees, flatten out your feet, and come down to the mat. And we'll just overlap our hands, flare the elbows, place your forehead on the mat. Laying on the floor pose. Not often done, right? Just laying on the floor. Well, not in my family anyhow, but rather pleasant. All right, place your chin on the mat. Take your hands out nice and wide like airplane wings. Zip up your legs, squeeze your ankles and toes together, and then inhale, lift everything off the mat. Salambhasana, locust pose. There's many variations of this. You're trying to lift your torso, lift your legs, spread your arms nice and wide like an airplane. Haven't been on one of those for a while. Nice big inhale, come up, and then exhale, come down. Hands by your bum, palms face up, look to the right. Passive neck twist. Oh yeah. That feels good too. Sitting at that darn computer. It wrecks my neck. And then let's look the other way, look to the left, put your right cheek on the mat. Enjoy that. Oh yeah, feels good. Nice, and then place your chin on the mat. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. So hands forwards, fingertips lined up with the top of your shoulders, hands pressing down, elbows are lifted. Press your palms down flat, and then inhale, lift up into Cobra. As you come into Cobra, you can either just lift your hands right off the mat, or you take your hands and you try to rotate them externally, so away from the body. This brings your elbows in towards the body. You press your pelvis down and try to lift your chest more forwards. Yeah, it's a nice back bend. Stretch your chest forward, squeeze your elbows in, and then exhale, come down. Good. Again, look to the right, left cheek on the mat, hands by your bum. And the other way, look to the left, right cheek on the mat. Good work. And then again, chin on the mat. We're gonna go for boat pose. Bend your knees. Try to reach for your feet. If you can't grab your feet, don't bother reaching for your feet. Just keep your knees bent. Press your pelvis down and then lift up off the mat. You can use the If you've got a hold of your feet, you can kick with your feet, back and away. Feel the stretch through the front of your thighs, across the front of your hip. Breathe, 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 breathe. Kick, 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 kick. And then slowly, knees down, hands forwards. Back we go. Child's pose. Let your head come down. Arms forwards. Oh my. Feeling that into the hip sockets, the inner groins. Nice. And then slowly begin to walk your hands back in towards you. And we'll simply swing our legs right out front. Jiggle your legs a little bit, and then leaning back, bring the bottoms of your feet together, continuing this theme of working the inner groins. Bound angle pose, cobbler's pose, chest forwards, excuse me. And then round in as you let your knees flop open gently. Find your breath, find your breath. Give it a good pull. By the way, if there's any poses or things you would like to practice or you'd like me to teach, I'm open to that. Just send along requests to me. I'm on Facebook. Guy Friswell is my name. Just send me a messenger and I'll see if I can work it into class. Sounds like we're going to continue to be offering online classes probably through June at least, even though other studios are opening up. We've got to be a little bit different with the government workers. The return to work quite a bit different. Give it a pull and then slowly rise up, squeeze your knees together, give yourself a little bit of a hug, and then make your way to the middle of your mat and take a few spine rolls. Rock back once, twice, and then thrice. Lie down, draw your knees towards your chest, give yourself a big hug, squeeze those knees in. Take them for a spin. And then place your feet on the mat and flip-flop your legs side to side. Just a few times. And we'll move towards figure 4, which is, thinking about Phil, who loves his pigeon pose. This is close to pigeon pose as we're going to get on our backs. Right ankle on top of your left knee. Lift your left leg from the ground. Maybe even extend your left leg up. You do not have to use your hands. I prefer this where you're drawing your left leg towards your torso and putting lots of activation into the legs. Building mobility, not just flexibility. Mobility is usable range of motion. Oh yeah, feels good. And then, when that feels done, bring your feet down to the mat, flip-flop your knees side to side. And you keep your right foot there, left ankle on top of the right. Lift your right foot. Really draw that right knee towards you till you feel that sensation in your left butt cheek. And then maybe even extend your right leg. That's up to you. Or use your hands if it feels better for you. I'm just telling you what feels good in my body. Do what's right for you. I like to treat this as a fairly active pose. And then down we go. Again, flip-flop. And then do a single bridge pose or wheel pose, whichever you prefer. So you just lift your hips up. I like to press my elbows down to help to lift my chest up, press my hips up.
Any variations from here. You could be on your toes, you could be extending a leg here or there, you could be, like I said, in wheel pose. Front side extension. And then slowly, slowly release it down. Draw your knees again towards your chest. Get a big inhale. Exhale, lift your head, draw your head towards your knees. Feeling the activation of those abdominal muscles. And then slowly release and roll onto your right hand hip. Drop your left shoulder, extend your left hand, look to the left as you use your right hand to hold things in place. And here, my preference is to take a fairly passive approach to this pose. Yielding and letting go as we approach the end of our practice. Notice where you're carrying tension and endeavor to exhale into those spots. And then to get to the other side, first go through neutral, pause in neutral, just to help things settle. There's no rush. And then you just roll onto your left hip. Right shoulder drops, extend your right hand, look to the right. Left hand might hold your knees. Relax your jaw, your eyes, your neck, your shoulders. Relax your mind. And then when it feels right, unwind and roll onto your back into Savasana. Final resting pose. Your hands beside the side of your body, palms face up. Eyes can be closed. Feeling the gentle movement of your breathing. Really enjoy the exhale breath. Staying like this as long as you need. No rush to transition. And as always, my yogi friends, as you go about the rest of your day today, may you be filled with loving kindness towards yourself and all beings out there. May you meet each and every moment of your life with just as it is. Meet each moment just as it is, without coloring it with your preferences, your aversions. Just let things open as they are. May you be well within your body, your mind, your heart, and may you be peaceful and at ease. Exhale, empty your lungs. Take a big inhale. And a long exhale to sigh. And thank you once again for practicing along with me today. I hope you have a really lovely day ahead of you. Namaste, my friends. Take care.